أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We are welcome to the last session on the الإنشاء. Basically I almost added this one to the previous one that we just had, our previous session, which is on the Ad-Nida. But then I realized that there is something important here I wanted us to concentrate on. This is a very short topic, but there is something very important that we have to concentrate on. Maybe helps us in fiqh or maybe sharia. Al-Insha'u ghayru Tolabi, the insha that doesn't have requests. Jamil, so the insha, as we said, is a statement that you cannot say true or false. I mean, you don't look at reality and say that this is not happening and so it is false, or this is happening and so it is true. You don't do that with insha. And then in insha we said we have Tolabi, which is requesting something, and then Gayru Tolabi, which doesn't request anything. So we are looking at the Al-Insha'u Gayru Tolabi now. It says يكون بالتعجب والقسم وصيغ العقود. Al-Insha'u Tolabi, it comes at ta'ajjub, yani showing amazement. Those expressions that we use to show amazement. Ma ahsan al-rajul, ma atyaba al-misk, ma kaza, those kind of expressions. Okay, asmi' bihim, absir bihim wa asmi'. All this, you know, the siyag al-ta'ajjub, we have the ma af'ala, and then we have the af'il bi. Both are for at-ta'ajjub. Now, that is not a request, and that you cannot. When somebody say ma ajmal as-sama, and how beautiful the sky is, it's showing amazement. You don't judge that statement. It is how the person sees it. Wal qasam, and also swearing. When I say I swear I will study this, you cannot say you are lying or you are being truthful. It is qasam. Qasam, that doesn't enter there. And then was siyag al-uqud. Siyag al-uqud as well, terms of contract. Now, these are the parts that I wanted us to pick something from, but then we will pick it in the sharh. Siyag al-uqud, the forms of contract, terms of contract. We say, I've sold this to this particular person. I bought this from this particular person. So I, Muhammad Ridwan, bought, ishtaraitu. I, Muhammad Ridwan, sold this to. I, Ridwan Muhammad, this day divorces so and so. Like those terms are terms of contract. Those are what we call the siyagul uqud. Now, let's read it in a whole, then we go to the sharh. I said I'll show you something there. وأنواع الإنشاء غير الطلبي ليست من مباحث علم المعاني. These things here, التعجب, القسم, سياق العقود, these things, they are not topics that are supposed to fall under the علم المعاني. علم المعاني only looks at the الإنشاء الطلبي, but the الإنشاء غير الطلبي would come elsewhere. It doesn't fall under the علم المعاني. جميل. It says فلذا ضربنا صفحا عنها, and so we just took our eyes off it. ضربت صفحا عنه بمعنى I just let it go. So we won't treat that. But even though we won't treat that, we have to see something here very important. I bring you to the At-Ta'ajjub, you know what it is already, Jamil. Where he says, Ma ahsana Zaydan, asmi bihim wa absir. As I said, we have the Ma af'ala and the af'il bi. And then you have the qasam. Like I say, Wallahi la af'alanna, haza insha'u qasamin, laysa khabaran an qasam. This is not a khabar. It is insha. Jamil. Oh, that is not where my attention is. I wanted us to pay attention to the siyag al-uqud and something very important here. Now, when I tell you, بعت سيارتي, طلقت زوجتي, وقفت بناء كذا, رهنت بيتي للمال, or something like that. Yani, I've put my house as a collateral for money or something. And then he says, هذه ليست أخبارا. These are not أخبار. Why is he hitting on this? Look, if I come to you and I say, بعت سيارتي, you have the option of checking, have I really sold my car? If I've sold it, then you say Naam, Sadaqta. If I haven't sold it, then you say Kadhabta. So isn't this khabar? No, it is not khabar. It could be a khabar, but when it is under the sighatul uqud, then it is not a khabar. If it is in its form as a term of contract, then it is not a khabar. Because at that time, I'm not telling you something that you are now going to check its reality. This is something we are signing to put into action. So this also comes under غير الطلبي. It is insha, not requesting anybody to do anything, and it is not a khabar because with this one it is a contract written. So if I have the paper, I Redwan this day 12 what sold or sells this car for $2,000 to Mr. So and so and so. You don't take that paper and look at it and you say you are lying. It is a contract, for God's sake. You can't tell me I'm lying. It's a contract. So if it is in its form of sigatul uqud, then it is insha. But it can also be a jumla khabariya. The one thing that we needed to pay attention to is the talaqtu one. And that is just it. You can read the whole text on your own. But when I come to and I say talaqtu zawjati, or I say to my wife, for instance, anti taliqa, you are divorced. She can look at herself and say, no, I'm not divorced. I'm your wife. And say, kazabta. No, that is if I mean it as a khabar. But then when I say anti taliqatun, then I'm not meaning it as a khabar, I'm meaning it as a sighatul aqd or sighatul uqud. Then I'm just using it as a contract to tell you that this contract of marriage has ended, you are divorced. So right when I tell my wife anti taliqa, then she's divorced. It is not even requiring her to do anything. It is just a contract that I've signed, like a divorce paper you've signed. So it is not a khabar, though it can be. But when it is under the sighatul uqud form, it is not a khabar. I hope this is understood. Though this is not where we learn this particular matter, but this is very important. So you see something like كذلك لو قلت بعت بيتي عليك, I've sold my house to you. إذا كان إنشاء عقد من الآن فليس خبرا. If it is a contract, then it is not a khabar. بل هو إنشاء. ماذا يقول الثاني؟ قبلت. The second person says قبلت, I've accepted it. إذا كان خبرا يعني بعت أمس, ماذا يقول الثاني؟ صدقت أو كذبت. If it is a khabar, say I sold my house. You check, oh, you are lying, the house is still in your name. Oh, it's true. But if it's a contract, I say I've sold this house to you. You just sign to accept. That's all. Jamil, try to read all of it. In our next lesson, we are going to look at the الباب الثاني في الذكر والحذف. We've looked at the الخبر والإنشاء, and then we are going to look at الباب الثاني في الذكر والحذف. If you are following, try not to let the lessons pile up. Like, don't let us upload a lot of lessons then say you catch up. Try your best to be catching up lesson by lesson. It helps for the understanding. And if anything is not understood clearly, if you understand but not clearly, still try to ask questions where you don't understand for clarification, inshallah. Let's help one another to have this knowledge to the best of our abilities. Because it is the ilmul ala that we need to aid us into knowing Sharia and knowing all the other sciences. People will tell you that just look, I want to learn tafsir, I want to learn Sharia. How do you learn Sharia if you don't know all these things? Just imagine. Jamil, khairan. Till we meet again on that particular lesson, on our next lesson, have a very good Arabic time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.